ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Tipper Gore! It's Venom! Yeah! We're here to talk about MaXXXine. My name is Freddie. This is Justin. That's Mary. Let's go!
That was a lot of energy, buddy.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, man? What's going on?
If y'all know what the hell that was,
no.
My favorite scene in this movie, Ty West MaXXXine, not even a scene. They just had the court case at the opening where Dee Snider came in and attacked Tipper Gore for being like, we need to take down all these satanic metal bands. And Dee Snider comes in and is all like, let me use all these big words to tell you that you're a terrible person and metal's awesome and parental discretion advised. CineMeal.
Okay.
Heard.
So is that all we're talking about? Is that the end?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, all right, cool.
Anyways, Justin, we're here joined today by horror extraordinaire actress and YouTuber.
And
Mary,
YouTuber.
Bloody Mary, if you will, from our new show, Terrorpy. Mary, introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, I'm Mary. Or Mary Kate.
Mary.
Or Bloody Mary, whatever you want to call me. I'm very pumped. I'm very excited to talk about MaXXXine. I've been holding it in. I'm harboring a lot of
I had to let all
feelings.
that out just in for y'all.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was
that.
a lot. It was a lot.
Dude, there's like so many Easter eggs in this movie that I was just like, like, let's go. What did you guys think? Now that I've screened my out, I'll shut up for a minute.
Justin, please.
You want me to go first?
Please,
Okay.
I want to know your thoughts.
All right, so I just want to start off with I love the cinematography of this movie.
I don't
Agreed.
like where this is going.
I really dug cinematography, super 80s style. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just looking.
Yeah, I don't know if you're just looking. But I do feel like there are a couple things that could have been better. Overall, I did enjoy. Why you gotta throw your glasses every time I try to talk?
I'm chilling.
Freddie, you're going to be so mad because I completely agree. And I've
fuck
been
you both.
holding it
Well,
in.
here's the thing. Okay, I hadn't watched the first two until a couple months ago when I got sick.
Oh.
And yeah, I literally binge watched both of them. And I love them. So whenever I saw that this movie was coming out, because I didn't even know it was in existence or that it was going to be a thing soon, I was like, sweet, fuck yes, a horror film that I want to go watch.
Wow. That's pain.
That's cringe as
Can I
fuck,
ask,
dude.
what order did you watch it in? Did you watch it in release order or did you
Release
watch
order.
it in release order?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did X, then Pearl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd you watch it?
I mean, originally I watched it in release order. I've seen all three of them in the theater, as it should be.
Have you guys seen them more than... You've only seen them once, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen them?
A billion fucking times. Pearl is in my top 4.
All
like,
right,
I fucking love Pearl.
So I fucking love Pearl. Here's the thing. All right, so a little history on fucking Ty West. Ty West is a weird, artsy-fartsy motherfucking dude. So this guy
I mean, it's pretty apparent in the way that...
No, dude, you don't even...
Okay, all right.
No. I'm not talking shit. Come at that.
Okay.
I'm like, for real though, like, if you watch, like, okay, so House of the Devil, by the way, starring Greta Gerwig, Barbie's Greta Gerwig, the director, and Jocelyn Donahue, it is a slow burn, 70s aesthetically shot movie. And if you, like, did not know who those actors were, you would think that was a movie that was shot in the 70s. Then he goes on to Innkeepers, which is literally him shooting at a haunted hotel and like one of the people who work in the hotel are trying to find the ghosts and stuff. Slower, like a crawl of a movie, but atmospherically eerie. Then he does a fucking Western in the Valley of Violence, I think.
I'm okay with not seeing that.
Yeah. And then he goes on to do fucking the Scream TV show, which he did a couple episodes. I think he did. I know what you did last summer, a couple of those episodes. I think those shows are goddamn atrocious.
Okay.
But
Agreed.
he literally talks about how, like, when he was a kid in the 90s, those are the movies that he loved the most. So being a fucking wannabe filmmaker at that time coming up, it was cool for him to have those on his resume. Then he does X.
I will not accept a life I do not deserve.
So when I saw the trailer for X, I was like, okay, this looks like some weird Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit. The trailer's very fast paced, it's crazy. And then I watch it and it's this slow burn porno. And I was like,
I'm so in. So in.
I loved it because it has one of my favorite rappers of all time, Kid Cudi.
See, I know you're... Hey, man, dude, the only thing I know about Kid Cudi, he was dope in fucking Bill and Ted 3 Station. Look,
he's made some appearances in some movies. Something like I think it was Need for Speed. That was trash.
Why the fuck
but he was
would
the
you
best
bring
part.
that up on this show?
He was the best part of the whole thing,
Look,
in my
man,
opinion.
I'm old school with like a lot of shit, and so I wanted to like that movie, but like I just after a while I was like I'm just watching like Jenna Ortega get fucked and like
wait, did you say you don't like X?
You don't like X?
I don't like X. I said
wait, no, I'm confused.
Freddie doesn't like?
I don't like X, dog.
Why don't you like X?
I just thought, I don't know, man. I went in, and this is probably me being a neckbeard on the internet, if people want to call me that, whatever the fuck. Which I'm not, thank you, you know that. But like, I was like, okay, I was hoping for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I got fucking art house porno with like old lady slasher.
Freddie, this is why you don't watch trailers anymore. I don't
I
watch
know, I'm
any
well
trailers.
aware.
I don't watch trailers anymore
But,
because
okay,
you
so-
put this like projecting what you think is going to happen onto this movie,
just
thought-
and then you ruin the experience for you. X is a fucking masterpiece.
I love that movie.
The way that they're explaining, they're taking it's almost an homage to Psycho. It is, and they reference it in the movie that they're gonna change the genre right in the middle of the movie. They say that and then talk about Psycho.
Here's where I flip it all though, because you guys love X. My favorite before MaXXXine was Pearl. I think Pearl.
So you're saying that MaXXXine is your favorite now?
MaXXXine, Pearl, the next to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it.
What?
I fucking said it
That
because
makes no sense.
MaXXXine is a perfect combination of the two movies. Also, because here's the thing: I followed Ty West's career forever. My favorite thing he's done is he got fucking shot through the head with an arrow in your necks because he was a pretentious fuck. Now. But
whoa, that happens kind of crazy, man.
when I saw X, I was like, okay, so finally Homeboy's got some budget and shit, and he's gonna do something crazy. Then Pearl comes along, and I'm like, all right, this is one of the most amazing character pieces I've ever fucking seen. If we're gonna talk about character pieces, Pearl is perfection. Mia Goth has like such a fucking story arc in that, and you feel it. The colors pop on the screen with like the stylized way he shoots that movie, and that last shot of her just staring at the screen is one of the most haunting fucking things since I've seen goddamn the last shot of Sleepaway Camp. Now, that being said, when I went into MaXXXine, you can fucking ask Justin. We were in there and they start playing some like 80s hair metal music and they got the Dee Snider scene and I was literally like, yeah!
Okay.
So it's already tickling all my bones.
Yeah.
It is the movie that I've wanted from Ty West in the sense that I finally got to see him with a fucking budget do what he does. And it is huge, man. The fucking cameos, the fucking like star power, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well,
Kevin Bacon's amazing in that movie.
My favorite thing is that we've got so much of this old Hollywood set pieces going on. One of them being the Psycho House, which
obviously they're shooting. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, they're shooting at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
That is my favorite scene when Kevin Bacon is chasing Mia Goth
To the fucking Bates Motel.
Like, I'm like, this is, like, that was, to me, like I said, favorite scene of the whole movie.
Anthony Perkins' Love and Heart was like, ah!
But I
Like,
will say,
sucking greatness.
there is one thing, well, there's a couple things, but there's one thing that was really catching me a little, like, why is this even going on? The fucking police officers. Why
Agreed.
What was the purpose of them, other than for them to be there as a kind of a getaway for Mia?
But like,
to get out of that situation?
yeah, that is the purpose. First of all,
Right, but that is literally the only purpose of it.
So without them, she's dead.
No.
That's no,
she's
she
a
is.
badass.
No.
No, she's
Okay.
fucking tied and
okay.
about to get gunned
Here's
down,
one
dog.
thing. Here's one thing. Okay,
She's about to get lit on fire. How the fuck does she escape without the cops there?
There were a
hold
million
on.
other characters they could have used. There were too many fucking characters.
They were all dead.
They were all
Everyone was
pointless.
dying.
They added too
Why
many
not just
people.
use your lead to be a badass? She, like, I feel like,
But she
Mia
was
Goth-
a badass.
Hold on. Mia Goth was underused in this movie. Comparatively to the insanity of the last two films, she was there was more of a base to her, right? Like, she's not just insane. Like, she is this person that is trying to attain her dreams through this fucking industry that society looks at as devil worship essentially.
Well,
right?
at that time, that's the whole thing. Is it turns the satanic panic shit on its fucking.
It's a super.
head.
It's a super statement.
That's honestly, that might be one of my favorite aspects of this movie because, which I have satanic panic right here. In the 70s and 80s, that was such a thing, especially with the censorship boards. You had the video nasties, which the UK had that top list. Evil Dead was on that list that you could not watch. You had the fucking people going at Tipper Gore going after all the metal bands and shit like that, which I thought was great. That her best friend who ran the fucking video store had video nasties on the wall and was wearing a Judas Priest shirt, which was on the list that Tipper Gore was going after. Now, that being said, the satanic panic was such a real thing that also goes against like people who wanted to play D&D. They literally flipped that on its head to where the satanic panic was not the villain anymore. It was the fucking church. And they were using the Night Stalker and the satanic panic. They vilified people that didn't need to be vilified so they could fucking win in their eyes.
I don't have a problem with the overall concept with what they were going with MaXXXine.
I thought the overall concept was great.
I think the execution is where it falls flat. Like the first like 2/3 of the movie, I think are okay. Like it's great. I'm content.
They're excellent.
No. No.
Excellent.
I don't hate it. I think it's okay.
You just brought her on to beat the shit out of me.
No, I don't hate it.
Team up on Freddy.
He figured it out.
Hate it.
I fucking do it.
When the trailer dropped, I just knew that it wasn't going to feed off the energy of the previous two because they were shot the exact same time. They were like feeding off of each other's energy to be in this own series. But when MaXXXine, that trailer dropped, I was like, okay, I had a big letdown.
Honestly, was perfect because it didn't tell you.
I did not feel that way.
You didn't like the trailer?
I did not like the trailer.
I think that it gave you enough to like give you a taste of what's going on, but it didn't over-explain everything like most trailers do.
I felt
That's
okay.
true.
Here's the thing: what I want is like this was what I wanted Halloween Ends to be, only in the sense that like I wanted an overarching like evolution of the third in the trilogy, where something like this has to be epic. Like, and Halloween Ends was not epic. Fucking MaXXXine was an epic, like, ending. And she had her moment. One of my fucking favorite parts, if you're talking about the cops, Bobby Carnival, his character, is literally dying behind the Hollywood sign, and he's talking about how like he always wanted to be an actor, and he lived there for like what 30 years, and he'd never been up there. And his last dying thing he saw was that sign. Yeah, and that was cool. to me that moment was fucking MaXXXine literally watching a piece of her die in that character to then go forth and take out her fucking father, which kind of propelled her emotionally to the stardom. She had to defeat all these past demons to become who she needed to be. So like for me, that was an epic moment. Like I loved all that shit, man.
No, it's a cool moment, but I feel like comparatively to the insanity that was MaXXXine and X.
You mean Pearl?
Pearl and X.
Well, it's not MaXXXine and Pearl, right?
No.
That's a different character.
Oh,
yeah.
What I'm saying is the character of MaXXXine herself, right? Insanity, right? She goes from she seems normal to holy fuck, she's not. She's not.
Yeah, dude, she went through a goddamn being touched up by a Grandpa Joe,
yes, right?
And fucking.
But I feel like
a gator.
That they dropped.
Gator.
I feel like they dropped the ball on the insanity that could have been this movie.
What the fuck? How more insane could it be?
I wanted
more from her. Like
she literally took some keys and slashed Kevin Bacon's face up, dog.
Okay. That and her
she literally went Wolverine snickety snicked
a dude's
nutsack.
That was so
visceral.
Dope.
I fucking thought that was awesome because my favorite thing is that motherfucker's dressed like Buster Keaton, and she goes, "What you want, Buster?" And I'm literally in the theater like,
that moment,
and the fucking like young people behind us were like, "I don't get it." I'm like, "Well, I get it all, thank you."
My thing is
old school Hollywood, bitch.
That moment made me think, "Oh, holy shit, this is gonna be crazy."
Yeah.
But then it just kind of like coasted there with her, right? I love the overall movie. Let me just say, I love the overall movie. I think that I just wish there was more. I wish there was more insanity from Mia Goth. I think that she has a lot more like. I don't know. I feel like they just underutilized her talent in this a little bit.
I think you're overestimating like how much insanity was in the other two movies with her.
I don't know.
Think so.
Because like
I don't know.
In all honesty, she didn't really do much till the end of X.
Well, yes, but that moment.
And then Pearl's a completely different character.
Yes, which is why I made sure to say that.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think Mia Goth did do really great in this movie, right?
Amazing, dog.
My
Scream
biggest
queen.
complaint in this whole movie is whoever the fuck played her dad.
I agree.
I told you that. That was my only complaint. And I didn't even say it was a complaint at that point. I just said, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. I just
Like, who is this dude?
just in my opinion, the performance from him was just
I would have liked the guy from Hobo with the Shotgun, the guy that plays the
That would be
Drake.
awesome.
Because that dude is all like, it's the Drake! And I'm like, that dude as a preacher would be the shit.
I think that's where that last third of the movie dropped.
Yeah.
But you know why this movie's awesome? Because
Oh my
I saw
God, Freddie.
fucking Larry Fessenden in the movie. He was in a big budget movie, and Larry Fessenden acted opposite Kevin Bacon, and I was like, fuck yeah, Larry Fessenden's awesome.
I just think that they added too many characters. I think that the best friend and the agent probably could have been combined into one
Giancarlo.
character. It didn't need to be.
I loved him.
Dope though,
Yeah.
dude.
They served no purpose. Like, they didn't really have a character arc. What was the
Yeah.
point of the detective character other than be like, I'm stalking you and I'm
Yeah.
helping
Oh,
out
Kevin Bacon?
your dad, and then now I'm dying. And
Well,
that was it.
That and to say, oh well, this is somebody is trying to attempt to be the Night Stalker or make these
Yeah.
killings look like the Night Stalker.
I mean, if it
Yeah.
weren't for him,
That was really the
he
only-
wouldn't be set upon, or she wouldn't be set upon to go find her dad and shit like that.
but she didn't know it was her dad.
She didn't know it was her dad till the end. I'm just saying, but she went after the fucking dude. Yeah.
Do you
But
like that it was her dad?
That's a
I mean,
good question.
I saw it coming
That's a
the
good
whole
question.
time.
So did I.
Right. I didn't want that to be. I didn't want to be able to see that coming.
I
was
wanted-
like, no.
like,
They're gonna do
if-
something totally
no,
different.
Well,
But they set it up at literally the beginning of the movie.
I hated that. I hated
Yeah.
the first scene with
Well,
the like
Old
like,
school.
Oh, the
Yes,
sketch.
I hated that. It was
I would have
corny.
liked if it was the Night Stalker and it was more of like
That's what I wanted so
Will you let me fucking
bad.
talk, dog? I would have liked. I love you. I would have liked it if it was the Night Stalker and it was a whole thing of like he found the fucking tape and the Night Stalker's like, I want to
Yeah.
make you my bride, the
Yeah.
bride of the Night Stalker.
They could have
some
gone
shit like that.
a totally better direction
Well,
than what it went. in my opinion,
that would have been fun, but like at the same time, she did need a killer past because that's been set up since the first movie with the very last frame.
I agree, but I almost wish that they would have gone like a Malignant route where you think it's the Night Stalker, but really she's going insane and it's her.
That would have been cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
what
would've
I
been
was
cool.
hoping that they were
I would
going
have
to
been
do
mad
with
there
it.
wasn't some fucked up monster
Like,
behind her head.
There
though.
definitely was a moment
Yeah.
like towards the beginning of the movie where I was like, that maybe this is like she is just going completely insane because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I feel like I see too many movies do that nowadays, and I get a little tired of it.
I will say
That's
that I do
true.
like the statement of this movie, which is that like the big thing of the time period where women were looked upon as it's
that
like
female director was
either
fucking
you're-
dope, dude.
Yeah. Either you're a woman fixing some dinner or you're a whore. Like literally, it's like if you try to do anything for yourself, you're a whore.
Yeah.
Like that's essentially what I got
That's
from
fucking Hollywood too, dude.
it. Yeah, and
Especially
it's-
at that time frame, dude.
Yeah, and then like the whole porn industry with the regular film
Well, and
industry,
that's,
like
that's
that was
the
a
crazy thing is you got to think about that time period too, where it's like VHS was booming at
Yeah.
that point. So
and it was mainly because of porn.
It was all either porn or fucking shot on video films.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
also birthed the video nasties, and that's why so many like people like that are right wing or the government were like they're the same thing. But I also love that too because it was such a thing where like the Puritan 2 is going to be a different thing. It's going to be like elevated horror before they called it elevated horror.
Yeah.
You're willing to do whatever it takes.
I am.
Yeah.
And like I thought that was dope
I
as
do
fuck.
think that was a cool element to the movie. Yeah.
And I thought it was dope that a fucking badass, like, I will crush your nutsack female director was doing that too.
Yeah.
Because it reminded me of, like, honestly, kind of, I think he was going for a Greta Gerwig. Because, like I said, he fucking directed her in House of the
Yeah,
Devil.
yeah.
So he knows her style and how she is. And I was like, that's a fucking person that's going to take charge and do shit.
I almost wouldn't have minded if she was also the villain. I just didn't want it to be her
Yeah,
dad.
same.
And then when it got there, I thought he was fine in X. Like when it's
Just
just,
that last
the
scene.
tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just watching him
But that
do
was
his thing. But
honestly,
in MaXXXine, he just didn't fit the vibe
No.
of
I
MaXXXine.
feel like though, like that, Ty West has had that idea since the beginning. Like that's why he has that scene at the
That's
end of X.
great.
Yeah.
But you need a better actor.
Were you telling me Ty West is a pretentious fuck?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah.
I feel like the execution with that, if he wanted to go that way where we're connecting the family together, then I feel like everybody knew that it was going to be her dad.
Yeah.
Then I almost wish that it wasn't like a, who's it gonna be? You have to stalk her. We don't know who it's gonna be. I almost wish that we would have had like the cult stalking her the entire time and that she knows that her dad is coming. Rather than it being like this big reveal that really wasn't a big reveal.
They fucking go super giallo with those glove shots though and the lighting. I was like, this was Ty West doing his giallo movie.
Yeah.
I also was very much like, holy shit, at the end when like we just got shotguns under these robes. I was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. Fuck.
Yeah.
There's just, for me, that's my time period. I love that shit. And there's
Well,
so
yeah,
many
it's dope.
Easter eggs to the point where literally they're like, oh, you didn't get into that music video. And that music video was for the band from fucking, that did the theme song to Black Roses. Me against the world. It's me against the world. I was like, holy shit. You were going so fucking niche on this, fool. Let's go. Ty West, for once, I'm with you, dog.
For once.
I thought the whole trilogy you were with him. Except for X.
No, I love Pearl. I'm just talking about with his earlier work. It's like, I like House of the Devil a lot. Innkeepers I'm a little iffy on. And then, you know, like I said, I haven't seen The Valley of Violence because I don't like Westerns. And then he did a bunch of shitty TV work. And I'm like, Ty West is one of those directors I have a love-hate with where I'm like, I want to like you. And I've heard you talk on podcasts. And I'm like, you seem cool. But then you do shit where I'm like, sir, do you sniff your own farts? Do you?
I'm going to go back to what you said a little bit earlier when I was suggesting a different ending that it almost would have made you mad. It almost makes me feel like I would have been, or like the general audience would have been let down no matter what ending that they got. It almost feels like that they maybe just shouldn't have made MaXXXine to begin with because it feels like, and I remember thinking this when I was watching it, I'm content with it because I let myself down with the trailer. So I went to go see it.
Just give me one more chance.
Come on now.
No. I'm a star.
It's fine. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those movies where I'm like, you know when you're watching Child's Play and you're telling someone to watch the full series? And I go, personally, watch all of them, but you can skip 3. So I'm going to go tell people years from now, go watch X, go watch Pearl, and then never mention MaXXXine.
Nah.
I don't know if I go that far,
yeah.
but I do understand. It definitely, it had the potential to be way better in my opinion. Like it just.
See, it's my favorite one now. I said it. I'm gonna stick with it.
Freddie, you got hot takes.
That being
though.
said, now that we've do you have anything else you want to add to the everything?
Stylistically, I think it was gorgeous.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
It's a giallo movie.
No,
yo.
yeah, the cinema, like I said, cinematography and everything was brilliant. They dropped the ball on some story elements. Some of the actors weren't great. I wish they would have done more.
But they had Sophie Thatcher from Yellow Jackets as a fucking makeup artist. I was like, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it was just messy. It didn't feel like a tight movie. It felt like he didn't know what the fuck to do with it. It felt like he pigeonholed himself. Like he didn't know where to go with MaXXXine. And it almost felt like this isn't a movie. This is just let's see where MaXXXine is right now and where her life went. So for me, it's like, I don't know. I could have been totally fine if they just didn't make the movie. I understand that maybe she caught up with her family and maybe she's a huge star now at the end of X. I didn't need MaXXXine.
See, I don't need X, but I need MaXXXine. I said it. I have not watched X. I don't need to watch it again. Pearl and MaXXXine though, I'm down with. Y'all
X
can
is
fucking
so good.
chastise me and take me down, put me on that cross and have them crazies fucking shoot me and I'll be screaming me against the world like I'm in a goddamn heavy metal music video. Hell yes. Amen.
Okay, that being said, I think we should just go ahead and get into the scoring of this movie because, well, we ruined the movie already for everyone.
Except for me, I say go watch it.
Yeah, I mean...
And stick your middle finger out to society.
All right, Freddie, what do you give this movie?
4 out of 5.
That's not what I thought he was going to say.
I thought you were going to say 5
Yeah,
out of 5,
honestly,
for sure.
No, it's
so
my favorite
confused.
one, but I told you I saw the fucking ending coming the whole way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I didn't even have a problem with the ending. I'm just like, I saw this coming the whole way.
Then what would you change about it?
I mean, honestly, like, I don't know if I would change anything necessarily because I think the character's thorough line is the most important part. And that thorough line is throughout the whole movie. And it gets her from A to B to C and has a complete story arc for her. Like, I would have liked, just as a fanboy standpoint, to have seen, like, different kind of Night Stalker-y shit. or possibly have a better actor for the father to do like a more impactful performance. Because when he turns around, I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like if they had like so, like I said, they had Larry Fessenden in the movie, and I've seen Larry Fessenden play like priests and shit like that. I would have loved to see Larry Fessenden's an amazing horror character actor. He plays a priest in Jacob's Wife opposite Barbara Crampton.
So what you're saying is Ty West dropped the ball on that one.
He had Larry Fessenden. He had fucking Larry Fessenden.
almost like
Why
we
the fuck
agree.
isn't Larry Fessenden
All
the
right.
father? There it is.
So 4 out of 5 for Freddie.
Can I ask?
I
what
love
the
you, Larry
fuck-
Fessenden.
What happened at the end? Like there is a spotlight from the cops on her, and she shoots her dad, and
yeah.
his head blows up, and
That's
then all of a
dope.
sudden she's a huge star.
Yeah.
How the fuck does how do you get
This
there?
is how you explain it. One of the cops watches her porn.
Oh,
There was,
okay.
yeah,
That's
there,
it.
there was
That's the
already,
only thing I could
there
think
was
of.
already a lot of weirdos
Yeah,
in the studio.
yeah.
and
So
I
it's
was like, I love
Oh,
your
you're
work.
that. You're that chick.
I was like, okay, dude,
Oh yeah, I love your work.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Mary, what are you gonna give this one?
I give it a 2.
No, I don't hate it. It's okay. I give it like a 3.5.
I have to agree with Mary on this one.
You're a cunt.
How is a 3.5 any different than a 4?
Well,
Well, that's
there's
pretty
a half a
different for
point.
me.
There's
that's
a half a
different
point.
for
That's
me.
half a point, dog. Y'all brought me down from a 4 to a 3.5. Shit.
We can call it 3.75 because that's technically what it is. Even though we can't do math on this show.
We can't.
Actually, I think I'm gonna change mine. I think it's a 3.
Oh,
I think
shit.
it like the
So
more
it is
that
a
I talk about it,
3.5.
the more it let me down.
It
I'm
made
gonna
me
be real.
happy.
You should have said 5.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Pearl is a 5-star masterpiece.
And X is a 2.
Gorgeous. X is a
my
4. X is a 4 or a 4.5.
Come at me.
MaXXXine is a 3.
I said it.
Okay, so 3.5. 3.5
Out of
for
5.
MaXXXine.
3.5 fucking hot dogs. She's like, I gotta go get me a street hot dog. Remember?
So 3.5 bloody street hot dogs.
Yeah.
With the little side of cocaine.
Little side cocaine. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, she does do a lot of cocaine in this
Yeah,
movie.
she's like, anyways, we're gonna go fight somebody. I'm like, let's go.
Well, thank you guys for coming to the show.
And please enjoy mine and Mary's other show, Terrorpy. Also, be ready to see Mary on more of the horror shows that we do here on CineMeal because she is a horror expert.
She's gonna be our
Connoisseur.
call-in, whatever you want to call.
You're what?
Call in. That didn't
My
make any
call-in?
sense.
I'm just kind of mad that the other horror
On
person we got on the show
On call
is all like BFFing with you on the first episode, and I'm like, one day it'll be me and Mary fighting you.
Yeah, because I needed it before it was all just pointed towards me.
It's gonna get there.
Uh,
It's gonna get there.
anyway,
We had our first fight. It's okay.
Yay! Tune in next week, guys. Take care.
Are you gonna do your outro? Like, subscribe,
oh yeah, do that stuff
hit that notification bell.
and comment if you want to, please.
Yeah, the whole internet's gonna tell me what a piece of shit I am.